Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. I'm going to wait for you guys to come on in, Virgo. Come on in. Let me go ahead and shuffle and get your cards together. Come on in. Hey, Truth Seeker. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Virgo, bring your tails up in here. Come on in, Virgo. We haven't started yet. Come on in. We just cut on. Come on in, Virgo. I had to cut my heat off because what? It was freezing yesterday. Now I'm burning up. I got this sweater on, this hoodie got me hot as hell. Well, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Truth Seeker. Hey, Mama Bear. Hey, Net. What's going on? Good morning. Mama Bear, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to get started with the reading. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you guys. We're going to see. Have you guys got your readings for this year? I know one person in this chat has. Some other people are not here yet. Majority of the ones that be in this chat usually have gotten their reading, so I'm not talking to them. But have you guys got your reading for 2026? All right. Either way, let's go ahead. Let's get into the reading. Let's get your mood. That's what's happening here with us today. So let's go ahead. Let's get the mood for Virgo. Let's see what's happening here with Virgo. Let's see. What is Virgo's mood? Mood for Virgo. There we go. One more. Mood. Now, you guys already know that this can have some of this energy can stretch out tomorrow, next week, into the future, right? So not just today, right? But we already know that this can stretch out in the future. But we're just going to see what happens today. Ooh. Oh, I know. You want to know what? Let me say this. Somebody came into the comment section, and this is what happens all the time because they're not used to being on this channel. We do see that YouTube has been a little stingy. Okay. They're being a little stingy on me. Okay. They're keeping me as a prize gem. All right. But I've mentioned this plenty of times, the reason why Virgo's readings are the way that they look. Okay. And I feel like I'm like a broken record at this point. We already know because I'm in the whole astrology part now. Before I've mentioned that I was not doing astrology. And so when some of the cards came out, I was just as perplexed, right? I'm like, well, man, I'm seeing all this good stuff, but I keep on seeing this crazy stuff, right? All right. So I already talked about what's happening with Virgo. We've already talked about it. We have literally a month and a half left. Okay, when it comes down to two major signs that are opposing, you have Saturn of all signs, of all planets opposing you at this moment. So when you see stuff like adversity, that is correct. Okay, that is correct. And it's also people who I'm not really familiar with, so it makes sense. So they really don't know like that. Okay, but okay, if this person is actually looking at this video, it's actually two people. If you're looking at this video, it's because you're in opposition. This has been happening for 2.5 years, maybe even longer, depending on where certain planets are sitting in your chart. So that's why. Now here, this is what's happening, right? Now we're going to find out why opposition or why adversity is coming out. Adversity is hardships. It's like, oh, why is this happening to me? What's going on? What the F? What the F is going on with me, right? Why is my life like this? Okay, this is what adversity means. And what is Saturn? Saturn is hardships. Saturn is like, okay, you know what? I'm not here to hurt you, but I am going to put your face in the dirt. Okay, it's like the mafia boss. It's like, I'm not here to hurt you, but I'm going to put your face in the dirt. You're going to learn some lessons. That's why it's there. Okay? Now, look at what came out. Fortune. Fortune. This is what this is. The koi fish. Fortune. It is literally saying how your luck is going to change. Fortune. What you mean, fortune? What do you mean? I'm going to be, am I fortunate? Or am I going to win a fortune? It doesn't even matter. Right now, we're saying that that's completely different from that adversity. So there's going to be some great things that you're going to be experiencing. When we get into the tarot, we're going to find out what that means, right? We're going to find out what that means. Next card that's coming out. Now, we had this before. Didn't we have opportunity? So what I want to do, I want to change the card, but we had opportunity. I'm pretty sure this was y'all, right? Was this us? Was this Virgo? At the exact same spot, did we not? Can somebody remember and tell me? Because I don't want to repeat like the same type of cards on here. We got plenty of them in that deck. I do believe it was opportunity that came out for us. So what I want to do, I'm going to pull another card, and as soon as I pulled, change, butterfly. Okay. I think that's what it was. I'm going to put it to the side though, just in case somebody say I don't remember. All right. Maybe it was for another sign, but I remember opportunity came out, but that's okay. Maybe it came out for another sign, and then we'll get back to it in a minute. Maybe I was supposed to pull change. I had to pull another one anyway. Look at this. Look how amazing your reading went. I was just saying how you are in this state of fighting for your pure life, right? With adversity. And how things are going to change once those planets are completely it is no longer in Pisces, where it's not opposing you. We don't have to worry about the hardships. Okay? And look at the cards that actually fell on the table. Adversity is at the bottom of the deck. So this is what you're presently going through. Okay? And then your luck changes, which is the reason why fortune came out. And then you actually have change with the butterfly. Which means what? Now you have wings. Now you're looking beautiful. Your circumstances are more palatable, okay? Whatever you want to pronounce it, right? It's like, you know, everyone is pleased to see you. When you see a butterfly, everybody's in awe. Everyone is in awe of you. You're in awe of yourself, right? Opportunities are coming in here for you guys. So please, okay? I've been saying this over and over again, why Virgos are in this energy. Okay? Even when everything moves and it's finally out, February the 13th, even at 0 degrees, some of you guys are still going to be feeling it because it could be where your sun is sitting. But you should know that, right? Okay. Look at how amazing these cards are. I'm not going to elaborate on this too much because I can't, because this could be a million and one things, the reason why this is happening, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and see how this is going to formulate for you. Let's get to, we're not going to even be clarifying it with this, but we're just going to pull some more cards, and then we're going to get into the tarot. Let's see what comes out here. We might as well put this here. We might as well. Let's just do 3 rows. Let's just do 3 rows. All right. This is for Virgo. Buddha. Buddha says, fulfilling destiny, positive thinking, understanding, reflection. And at the bottom of the deck, you guys have good ideas, certain realizations, the power of innovation is there. Okay, we're going to get to this whole light bulb moment because that's also in harmony with this change that we're about to hit in a minute. Thank you so much, Carla. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, you got, there's my Virgo energy. It's not looking straight, y'all. Okay, I think that's pretty decent. Fulfilling your destiny, and it's coming out hitting fortune. You are destined to experience these good fortunes. That's like the Wheel of Fortune card, I guess. And it didn't even have to say Wheel of Fortune. It said fortune. And then this card came out and said, no, destined fortune, which is really the Wheel of Fortune. You are destined to experience this change for the better, because it's butterflies. The butterfly's not getting stumped out, okay? You are destined to experience this change. From what? The adversity, the hardships, okay? That's what you are, and the loss. What did you lose? What have you lost over the last 3 years? What have you lost? Right? That's what's destined to change. And you see how Buddha talks about the reflection, right? You guys are reflecting. You're probably sitting back, because this is what you're supposed to do, by the way. You're supposed to do this some way, sometime throughout the day. You're supposed to sit down and meditate. And what do you think about? You think about how far you've come. We've talked about that whole solitude energy, going within. We talked about meditation. We've talked about prayer, all of that, because now you're getting your priorities in order. We've talked about that, but this is where you are right now, because there are some good things that are coming. And usually with Buddha, it's like, you got to be prepared for that. You got to be about that life to be prepared for this fortune, because we don't want you to make the same mistakes that you made before when you lost it. Because some of it could have been because of you, right? Self-sabotatory, we've talked about that. Some of it has been because of you, because you refuse to see things in an appropriate way. All right. Now, light bulb moment talks about sudden realizations that's going to come to you about people, places, and things. Okay? Ideas that's going to come to you about how to make your situation better. This is also saying that that idea or some type of maybe unexpected news in some way that could possibly change your outcome. Okay? This is for Virgo. Speaking of which, that is crazy. You guys had lightning, sudden events, unpredictable, swiftness, shocking events. And it's hitting the change card. We just talked about it with the light bulb. I already knew that's what that meant. Again, there's going to be sudden things in a really good way that's going to occur for you. And things that, even though you may get a reading and it's like, oh, well, this is going to happen. And you're like, well, I don't know how this is going to happen. Because, usually that's what happens if you're in dire straits, right? Well, I don't know how that's going to happen. And, especially if you're sitting here feeling vulnerable, feeling attacked, feeling like you've been, blocked, or there's been obstacles, whatever. Because I'm looking at the vulture. The vulture, people takes advantage of you, and for whatever way, whatever they can get from you, they're going to get. Okay, that's what a vulture is. Okay, baby, a vulture is going to clean all the meat off the bones. Okay, so you guys are bare. The only thing that's left is the structure, which is you. The only thing that's left is the bones. So when it says it in this way about things actually changing for you, and you're like, I don't know how that's going to happen. Well, this is the answer to that. Well, it's going to be a lot of things that you cannot predict that's going to happen in your favor. That whole feeling powerless, feeling like you're being held back. Some of you guys, there has been a loss of your freedom. You haven't been able to move it around the way that you want to. Right? You haven't. Been in relationships where you could have been overly possessive and now they ain't there no more, right? Or you're holding on to things too long. There's going to be things that are going to completely, just in a good way, sweep you off your feet, take your breath away. And we see it sitting on that butterfly. Okay, when we get into the tarot, we're going to see what that means. Now, again, you see how we keep moving, and it kind of tells us the further we move down the line. Now, here you have fortune. So we already know it's destined. We already know that what you're supposed to experience, you are supposed to experience. Nobody can take that away from you. Okay, Then it says that's going to change. So for some of you, this is going to change your life. This is going to change where you live. This is going to change your jobs. It's going to change your relationship status. Come on, right? It's going to change you. Whatever opportunity comes in. Come on, let's get it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get opportunity. Let's see. Now, if 2 comes out, it was about to, and it went back into the deck. If 2 come out, we're taking both. We're taking both. Hello. 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 Okay, Virgo. I'm so happy to see this because this was one of the things that I've been reading for y'all individually. And baby, now I do know some of you guys, remember, we're on different timelines. Now, I do have to say that. Thank you so much, Truth Seeker. I appreciate that. Let me tell you the reason why it is extremely important for you to get your own reading. There are some Virgos who have already experienced this for the past 2.5 years. There are Virgos that I've read for literally this week that will be experiencing this for the next 2.5 years. You're not going to have to worry about anything opposing your sun. But did you hear me when I said that for some of you it was 3? Because generally it's going to be opposing or squaring something to you, and it will last majority of the time for 3 years. But you should know that though, right? Okay. Some have already graduated out of that cycle. Some are, unfortunately, will be going into that cycle, but they know how they're going to fare. I can't tell you how you're going to fare. Thank you so much, Nanette. You had piggy bank. You see how you're able to save money, whereas before you were not able to? You get what I'm saying? You see how before you weren't able to actually keep money inside of your bank account? Here it says you are being able to save. But I like the fact that it says you're being frugal. You have to be frugal, especially if you don't have anything, right? If you've been suffering through adversity, you have no other choice but to be frugal, okay? And some of us, unfortunately, we're a little bit hard-headed more than others because we like to shop, okay? Or we like to spend more money than we should be spending. But either way, this is good, okay? But it's landing on the opportunity, so the opportunity to actually have the money to save, to have it in your bank account is there. That's what this is saying. But it wasn't just that. It came out along with this partner. How can you? Because here with the acorn, it says prosperity and abundance. Not only that, you had good luck, but isn't that the same thing as fortune? Same energy. Same exact energy. Here, the universe is saying, I need you to be smarter about the way that you move now. Okay? What has Saturn taught you, okay, about money, relationships, that kind of thing? Now, you have graduated from elementary school. Now you're from high school. Now you're in the university. It's going to be how you're moving forward. Great things to come to you. This is the universe basically opening up the door in whatever way, because your chart, your birth compass is designed for you and you only. When you do these general readings, a lot of you guys are going to share similarities, but you're not going to share timelines. You're not going to share the same things and the same eventuality, okay? But I am seeing here that this looks absolutely amazing, and I am ecstatic for you. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get into the tarot. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Virgo. Let's get it. Let's get it. And we're not doing reversals, but if it comes out in reverse, that's the way we're going to take it, all right? This is for Virgo. Gotcha. Knight of Cups is in reverse. Now let's talk about it, because remember, this is past energy, by the way. Okay. Let's just talk about it. Knight of Cups are opportunities possibly with jobs that you thought that you were going to get, but you didn't. Maybe someone retracted an offer for a job, or maybe you thought that a job was going to be amazing and it was not. Anytime I see the Knight, it's saying, it's almost like that opportunity card, because it's still in the upright, but it's just telling me what you've experienced. So to me, it just feels like something that was even given to you, or you thought was being given to you, was not the way, it wasn't what it was supposed to be. It wasn't what you thought, right? And some of you guys could have went as far as going to that job, leaving one job, going to another job, and you're like, oh, crud. Like, I cannot believe I left my job to be here. Okay, here I am still in this position, and I'm not liking my environment, right? Something about the job that obviously you did not like. All right. Another thing that I'm saying too, we're going to talk about it because it's a love card, right? It's the same thing, right? Like, we're talking about, if you were in a connection, you might have thought that this was the best person in the world, it was the best feeling. Knight of Cups, best feeling, one of the best feelings in the world. And then all of a sudden this person became what? Almost like the Knight of Wands. Really, I don't even read the Knight of Wands as in and out anymore. I don't really read it that way. But I can, if I was going to do it in just a way that I was, kind of, I taught myself a long time ago. But it is a disappointment, okay? Meaning you are in high expectations for something to occur and it didn't happen. So that's what I'm getting. And some of you guys got your hopes built up for something and it didn't work out. And you're like, oh, damn, did this just happen? And the bad part about it is that a lot of you are waiting for that very thing. They're waiting for that job, waiting for that person. You were waiting, and then it ended up disappointing you. So in the past is what I'm saying. A lot of you guys have been in disappointment, but what's coming towards you in the future is a new opportunity. Like I said before, I don't necessarily read in reverse, but it's telling me something here. But you also see it with the opportunity card in the future about your prosperity and your abundance. So it makes sense. Okay. So what you've experienced before, now we're going to contrast it from what you're going to experience in the future. A whole bunch of recovery here. I see that for some of you guys, there's going to be, you're going to hear lucky news about your health, about your body. If you have been having health issues, or if there is something that you guys may hear about dealing with your health, I do see that there's going to be a fortunate, I would say fortunate occurrences, or some type of events that's going to happen. Maybe the doctor sees something, the doctor says that this is going to work out, the insurance pays for it. It's going to be something like that where it's going to end up in your favor. Okay, that's what I see. So I am actually seeing that even on that end, it's going to work out for you. Yeah. I see that you guys have been retreating. You're in this point of the universe is saying that you're about to experience a state of relaxation and peacefulness. And it's in the opposite way. Like, when I pick this card up, I get a certain kind of energy, and it feels panicky. I don't know how to really explain it. Like, picking this up, it feels panicky. Okay. What else am I getting off this card? I mean, I'm talking about just this extreme sense of uncertainty here with this. But then when I put it down and I start to look forward, I'm like, you could tell that it starts to slowly dissipate. Okay, so for a lot of you, it really is your reflection, which is what we saw before, right? When it talks about you're reflecting more so because you are going to be at a place where you're like, wow, I came out of that and I have come a long way, but now you're at a sense of ease. Okay, the panickiness isn't there. You don't feel like you have to struggle to survive. Right? So that's what I'm getting off of that Knight of Cups. But yeah, when it comes down to love, I always use the word fickle. So I love the fact that it's on there because I always love that, right? Who else better than Virgos to deal with individuals who are fickle, don't know what the hell they want? Virgos. I always pick it up. What? Stray cats. Let's go ahead. Let's get change. Let's see how this pop out. All right. Now, you got the Seven of Cups in reverse, but the Two of Cups in the upright. Hello. Ooh. Okay. I'm like, what am I hearing that in the kitchen? 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. See, I got a bad habit of putting stuff on the stove when I get on live. 1 second, y'all. No, I knew better. See, I'm trying to do that whole Chinese thing where you wake up in the morning and you drink tea, and I only put a certain amount of water in my pot, and then next thing I know, my water has boiled out. Okay, I was like, what the hell is that noise? Okay. Here with the 7 of Cups, this is a really good thing. Don't pay attention to the fact that it's saying lacking purpose and stuff. With you, remember our whole thing was clarity, right? It was all about you feeling scattered, uncertain, not knowing what to do. And I just said that, actually. Didn't I not? I just said that, right? I just said it, right? I literally just said uncertainty. And the next card came out, talked about what? Clarity. Clarity. That's what it just says. Now, why would that be good? Because it's saying either way, you guys are going to get the clarity that you need, but something has to change. That's going to be a part of your change. You no longer making poor choices. Yeah. You no longer sabotaging yourself. That's what we talked about, right? You are no longer choosing things that are no good for you because you have good intentions, especially in relationships. Especially in connections. The 7 of Cups is in reverse. So you see how the 7 of Cups talks about, oh, you're dating all these different people. When it being in reverse with the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the upright, it says, oh no, you don't have to. That means that there is a connection that's going to come in here where it is harmonious, right? It brings harmony towards you. What was the other card that came out? Oh, and look at it. Look at it. It says, oh, you don't even expect this to happen. That's so far out of your perception of belief. Like, you don't believe that that could happen, okay? Because you've been dealing with all of these bozos. Life has been very sporadic, very up and down, especially that's what you get with the whole 7 of Cups. You've had many of things that have come to you and you're kind of like feeling defeated. If money situations have been all over the place, you've been scattered about that, if you haven't been able to focus on what you really need to focus on, regardless of what it is, I definitely see there's going to be clarity here. And your life will feel now like it has a purpose. Because a lot of you guys are kind of like, I don't even know what's the point. What's the point? I don't even know. What's the point? Why should I even try anymore? Okay. Let's get this acorn, opportunity, and that piggy bank. Hello. Let's see what's coming out here for Virgo. Let's see what's coming out. Okay. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Clarity again. Wow. I don't care what card I pull. I don't care if it's from the tarot or if it's in any of these oracles that I pull. Don't we get the same exact word, rebuild? It's the exact same energy. You always get the same energy. It's the first word that I honed in on. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. The first word on that card is hope. Why would I not see that? I didn't see that. I looked dead at rebuild. Okay? It says hope. It talks about faith, rejuvenation, rebuilding, healing, and healing happens on different scales. Healing happens with your mental healing, with your spiritual healing, with your money. It happens even with, your health, like exactly what we said, right? All of those things. So now you have hope. Now you feel alive again. You feel like, I always say when you wake up in the morning, especially, I will never forget this. I will never forget these feelings, like especially between the age of 17 and 18. That was probably one of the best years of my life, right? And I had a whole bunch of friends, and I was going places, traveling all over the place, and I was about to get married, by the way. And waking up in the morning, the sun was shining in. It was shining at 7 o'clock in the morning. I can tell you that, right? Shining super early in the morning. getting up and waking up in the morning knowing that there's something good that's going to go down for at least a good month was probably one of the best feelings in the world, right? And I always use that as an example because that is how potent it was so permanent for me. Like that left a mark on me, okay? And that's what I feel. And every time I see that word rebuild and hope, that's the same feeling that I get, okay? So I know that for a lot of you guys, if you've been experiencing loss, okay, if you've been experiencing disappointment, if you've been experiencing this abandonment, if you've been experiencing cold-heartedness or cruelty from people or people that have been unforgiving, or it's been hard, or maybe you can't forgive somebody because of what they did to you, right? Or maliciousness, malice, whatever, right? Where people were never honest. Okay, that 5 of Cups, that includes that whole circle of all of those things, right? So it says rebuilding from what? That. Your sadness, your disappointments from all of those things. Here it even talks about feeling unloved. Unloved don't have to come from no lover. Unloved can be your family members who you're supposed to, like they're supposed to love you. Okay? And so that's where the universe is going to, slowly rebuild your heart and your feelings and your emotions, where now it's almost like you're recalibrating. Now you can get back to you being you. And what does that even mean? Most of y'all don't even know what it feels like being you anymore. What does that even mean? You're gonna start doing things that you used to do that you've forgotten, okay? Or things that you used to do that you didn't feel like you could ever do again. I'm just seeing that with this, you guys are really there's going to be something that's going to come into your life, which is going to bring that hope again, okay? That is what I see. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's go ahead. I already went over. This is for Virgo. Stiff competition. Secret admirer. These are the cards that fill out in Sagittarius. Now, we've already talked about some of you guys moving or someone planning a move. Now, with that, I'm not seeing an actual move with that card. I feel like someone is planning a move on you. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I feel when I saw that. Stiff competition is that adversity. Period. I just don't know how else. Why would that be the first card to come out? Because this was the first card that came out. And you see how it's fight. And you're like, shit, all my life I had to fight. You have for the past 3 years or more for some of you, depends, right? They're all different. So with this one, and it could be somebody you don't even know that hates you, can't stand you, envious of you, jealous of you, right? You be like, people could just be losers. Like, it's just what it is. Like, somebody was actually talking about that on TikTok. And I'm like, okay, people really do be experiencing some weird ass shit, right? So it could be people that you don't even know, or someone who's secretively, this could be somebody at the office, secretively pretending that they like you, smiling in your face, but they really can't stand you. You know how they go, Virgo, okay? It could be a Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be. This could be a Sagittarius that's coming in here to give you something good. Okay. All right. All right, let's keep going. If someone comes in here and that's that whole starting of the fickleness, because remember that 7 of Cups came out. You are not done with that, but you will be. You're going to get that 2 of Cups, right? Have you changed the way that you move in relationships? And if someone is telling you no, or if you are feeling rejected, your first response to that is what? Thank you. Have a good one. Right? This is not no forcing. This is not, and don't be mad because they done got some and you done fell for them and you're like, oh my God, because it happens, right? But do what you do and you be like, and this could be the reason, This could be the reason why. Because that vulture, baby, honey, they love that meat, okay? They love it. It's all tender, it's all juicy, right? And the whole purpose of this vulture is to come in and pick your bones. That's exactly what I said, okay? That's the whole purpose of that. So here you are looking tender, looking good, and this person is like, all right? Hit and run, though, is like, listen, I'm going to get what I need from you. But I'm going to be out of here because I don't have no good intentions for you. And then this is why it says now you're feeling rejected. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. Because it's not stopping you from where you're going. Who's losing here? Not you. Let's get one more. But in relationships, what does it say? Proceed with caution. I told you. That was at the bottom of the deck. Is there somebody who you're not talking to who's thinking about you? I'm not going to say they miss you a lot. I ain't going to go all the way. I ain't going to do all of that. But I do believe that somebody is missing you or thinking about you. But didn't I tell you somebody, and it doesn't even have to be a friend. It's somebody who is like an acquaintance or something, who's pretending to be somebody that they are not. But I mean, Virgos, you're used to this. I mean, that card coming out is like, that's just another day. Truly. It's just another day. Virgos, if you guys are interested in a reading, okay, all that information is down below in the description box. Do not be one of those Virgos, the reason why I stated in the beginning part of this reading, where you guys spam my comment section talking about why is Virgo's readings looking this way. I already went through that 1,000,001 times. Some of you guys are going into something. Some of you guys are going out. Majority of the people that I know is going out. Okay? So if you are experiencing or have experienced it, most likely you are the people that's going to be leaving. I don't know that for sure, though, but most likely you're the people that's entering a new world, hopefully for the better. Okay. This is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Again, if you guys are interested in reading all the information